Hey, it's that Mexican guy bringing you a review of Killer 7 for the PlayStation 2. So sit back and enjoy. When you start a new game, it offers you tutorials, which is pretty good because I've never played a game like this. So, characters. You'll switch from the many personalities of Killer 7. Sometimes you may blink of an eye. In Harmon's room, you are able to save your game and interact with Iwazaru, which has basically your index, which options and all that. Your TV, which will be mindlessly wasting hours. Depositing your blood with the doctor, which is used to upgrade your characters.
Don't make me say it again.
And here are the personalities of Killer 7. Garcian Smith is your revival man. If you get whacked in battle, he'll come and he'll pick up your bag and revive you.
Wait here.
Dan Smith, the badass assassin, and my main character. He's got a good attack, which is his charge shot.
I've changed my makeup. Did you know?
Kaede Smith. She's got her sniper handgun, which is really good against micro smiles and other enemies, but not too strong. Some of the personalities of Killer 7 are asleep, so you have to defeat Heaven's Smile in order to wake them up. The skill list. There's power, speed, invincibility in Kevin's case, and criticals. And there's also Waver, which is your crosshair. You level these up by collecting blood, which you get by killing enemies in their critical spots and destroying limbs.
What did you say?
Coyote Smith, your locksmith. You'll be unlocking many doors with him, and also reaching great heights with his magic Puerto Rican jumping ability. And he plays a lot like Dan, so he's, in case you don't like Dan, you got Coyote. And of course, Khan, your speedster. This little guy fires 2 dual handguns that are automatic unless he's on crack or something and can pull the trigger super quickly. And Mask, there's Smith, your tank of the game, with dual wielding grenades. That's the personalities of Killer 7. Throughout the game, you'll encounter some characters to help you out along the way, such as Iwazaru. He is basically your butler in a way. He helps you out with the puzzles, he helps you out with enemy tips on how to defeat them, boss tips, and some insights of the game. He's really good, so if you don't know where to go, or if you ever get stuck, which I have, definitely give him a talking to. And also, he's very funny. He says very random things at times. And Travis. He basically gives you insight on the storyline during the mission, because you don't really receive much. So, it's pretty cool. And he gives you tips sometimes also on enemies or certain puzzles, so, which is nice. Interaction. This game has puzzles in it, but these puzzles aren't very hard to solve, and they're quite enjoyable, and it's definitely a good side pace from the action. And as you can see, once we have the wind ring, you can turn on the windmills, which in turn opens up the magic gate. So the puzzles aren't very hard. Throughout the game, you collect soul shells. You use these shells to get into the gatekeeper's room, and in the gatekeeper's room is a dance club. Is a dance club. Anyways, there's a dance club and the gatekeeper. So, you'll have to just see that. There are many enemies in Killer 7, which is very good. It's not the same enemy and blowing them up. There's different varieties. Some enemies you have to take out with certain characters. Some enemies you have to take out with certain abilities. It's really, really well-rounded. Here's Khan's dash ability. You scan the enemies because they're invisible. You do that by hitting L1. So, you're going to be hitting L1 a lot in the game. Some enemies, such as this Protector Smile, can only be defeated, like I said, with certain characters. So, you switch over to Mask, and this does it mid-game. It pauses it, so don't worry, the enemies aren't going to come and try to claw you to death. And there you go. Now you've switched to the correct character, and you can wipe out the enemies without having to worry about dying, which is nice. Throughout the game, you receive upgrades for certain of your characters. This one is for Mask, and it is now you're in the main event. You basically upgrade to his luchador costume, which makes him much more of a badass, and he looks a bit cooler too. You gotta admit, that looks pretty cool. Not only is it just a costume, it actually upgrades his speed and his power, which is really good for Mask. And some points of the game are very random. Very, very random. This is happening. This is actually part of the game. This is a boss. And that comes out of nowhere. Storyline. This game doesn't have a main storyline. It works off missions. So basically, each little boss has their own little plot.
Yes, sir.
This one apparently deals with missiles.
Are the fireworks ready?
And how epic is this?
Japan is our ally. No, we're not authorized to make that kind of decision. Forget authorization.
It's like, god damn, look at the tension. You can cut that shit with a plastic butter knife.
Get the president on the line. This is an emergency call for the
I don't think I've seen a phone call that intense.
Mary? You mean your little girl, Mary? Mary, where is she?
And of course, this game can be really fucked up. And there's lots of these moments in the game, so it's very mixed. As you can see, yeah, that assassin cut the head off his little daughter. And that's Killer 7 for you, so if you do not like violence, don't pick this game. It's got very twisted storylines. And of course, it goes to that, to this again. Look at this. It goes to what you just saw, and then like you'll witness this. You'll leave wondering if you're playing the same fucking game. These are the handsome men, the bootleg Power Rangers of Killer 7. Fighting evil.
To spare. We're talking
and of course, there's some personas.
This is an epicenter of energy.
Yeah, you really just heard that.
But this Stacy they love, she's an illusion.
What can I say? Killer 7 for you. You've either played it or you haven't.
They won't be tricked by illusions anymore. Oh my God! I can't hold back. Oh God! Oh, I'm coming.
And there you go. That's Killer 7 for you. This is the same. It's made by Grasshopper. If you've ever played No More Heroes, it's made by the same company. So, if you like this game, go pick that game up for the Wii. And I give it an 8.8 out of 10, just because it's that fucking crazy.